So what I want you to do, you all are here today because we are going to think about the library and ways that we come to the library and how we check out books. Do we just come to the library and just go straight to the bookshelf? No. Some of us may, but some of us may not know the right way to check out a book. So I want you to think, how do you come to the library and check out a book? So on my easel, right here, I have a question for you, and I want you to think about it before you write. How do you search for a book you want to read when you come to the library? So you have a clipboard. It's behind your back with a sticky. I want you to take it from behind you. And think about yourself. How do you come to the library when you want to check out a book? How do you check out a book? What do you do when you come to the library to check out a book you want to read? And when you finish with that question and answering it, I want you to come and put your sticky note right here. And then we're going to talk about it. If you're finished and some of your friends sitting next to you, your shoulder partners, I want you to talk about what you put on your sticky note. Just turn to your shoulder partner and just talk while we're waiting for some of our friends. Okay, I'm going to give you one more minute. One more minute. And if you finish your clipboard and pencil, go ahead and put it back behind your back. When you finish your clipboard with your pencil, put it back behind your back. And that'll tell us about you're ready to move on.
Attention, Bergman. Attention Bergman, we are going on lockout. Please take your students into and back from art. Thank you.
Everything's fine. Relax. So remember, guys, with the lock out drill, we just keep going with our day. Okay, you're fine. We just don't go outside. Remember? Okay. Okay. So then go ahead and just put your sticky on the board, and then can I have you guys just scoot over here? You seem so far away from Miss Scott. Can I have you guys scoot over here close to me? Can I have just leave your clipboards, and we're gonna let Gabriel come back over here so he can put his sticky note right here. Come. I want to have all of your beautiful and handsome faces right here. Come.
Logan, scoot closer.
Okay, so if I'm looking right here, what I want to do is just pick a few of your responses and go over them. Are any of your responses wrong? No. No, when we put our ideas and our thoughts up here, it's what you do. Because what you do now, there's nothing wrong with it, but what Miss Scott is going to do today, Miss Scott is going to teach you some strategies when you come to the library that you can do by yourself, which is independently, where sometimes Miss Doyen is super busy with other students, or I'm super busy with other students, and we won't be here to help you, that you will be able to do this on your own. And isn't that a good feeling when you can do things on your own? So let's look at some of these strategies up here on our board. So when you come to the library to search for a book, some of you have said, I look for Lexile levels in the books that I like. Well, that's important because at the beginning of the year, don't your teachers help you to find the right Lexile level? Because those types of books help you to make sure you're choosing books that are just right and just right books for you, right? So that's important.
The lockout has been canceled. Thank you.
So we're good. Oh, it's okay. We're good. Let's look at some more. I love this one. I saw this one, and it says I ask for help. That's important. You did that one. That one's important. Is it okay to ask for help when you still don't understand? Yes, it still is. Let's think of another one. I get my card and ask Miss Zeke, and she checks out my books. So you get your library card, and then you find an adult, and you go and you get your books, and someone helps you to check them out. So using your library card is super important too. But today, for Miss Scott's lesson that she wants to teach you, is even though it's super important to have that library card when you come, that pass, what I'm going to teach you today is how to actually get on the computer and find the book you want and be able to find it on the shelf instead of just coming in and trying to find it on the shelf by yourself, because we have thousands of books in here. And wouldn't it be amazing if you could just come to the computer and let it pull up the perfect book for you, and you could go straight to the shelf and get it and hurry go to class so you could enjoy it? Wouldn't that be amazing? Do you know how much time you would save? Do you know how much time you would save? So what we're going to do is Miss Scott has a PowerPoint up here, so your eyes should be up here, and we're going to go through the PowerPoint together. But I'm going to show you, and we're going to go through some different slides to show you like information about how to use it. And then you're going to get to try it with a partner. Are you ready? It's super exciting, and it's super fun, but we have have to make sure we're totally paying attention so you know what to do when you and your partner get ready for your activity. Okay, here we go. Put your eyes up here. Okay. There we go. It says, what is a library catalog? A library catalog is a listing of all the available materials in the library. Our library uses Destiny as its library catalog. You can use Destiny from any computer connected to the internet. So that means any computer in here, as long as it's working and it's okay, you can search for any book in our library. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, how to find it. So you're like, Miss Scott, I'm sitting down at the computer. I have no idea where to even click. Where do I even go? In the library, you can click on the Destiny icon, and guess what? It looks like a stack of books. You don't have to actually look for the Destiny icon. On your desktop, on your computer, when you sit down, it looks like a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. And you just double click. That's it. Pretty easy, huh? Simple. First step. Here's the fun part. When you go to click that stack of books, you get to search by a subject, dogs, cats, airplanes, sharks, cars, football, baseball, gymnastics, any subject. You can also search by series. Who can tell me one of your favorite series to read ever? I'm thinking of one of my favorites, but I want to hear one of yours. What is one of yours, Lillian? Harry Potter. What is one of yours, Michaela?
Dogman.
Dogman. And give me one of yours, Noah.
Middle school.
Middle school. I like Junie B. Jones. Junie B. Jones is another favorite one. Okay, you can also search by the title of the book. But what you have to be careful with on the title is you have to know how to spell the title exactly right. So if the title is super long, or you're like, oh, I don't really know how to spell it, and you accidentally leave out some letters, or you misspell it, it may not bring it up. So be careful searching for the title, even though you can, but you have to be careful because it may not bring it up. Okay? You can also search by the author. So any author of the book. Sometimes, just like with the title, it can be hard if you don't spell it right. It's the same with the author. You have to spell the author's name right, and sometimes you want to search by their last name. Okay? That brings it up faster. Okay? But a lot of students will probably find it easier by the title. So trying to think of that, or by the subject. But when you search by the subject, if I type in dogs, it's going to pull up every single book in our library about dogs. It could be Dogman. It could be how to train your dog. It could be how to care for your dog. Oh, he said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness is right. Okay, let's keep going. So how do I find my book? First, you have to make sure it's checked in. You have to make sure it's here. And we may have it, but you have to make sure it's here. So it'll say 1 of 1 available. What if it says 0 of 1 available?
You can't get it.
What, Noah?
You're not able to check it out.
You're not able to check it, and we're going to see, I'm going to show you an example of that in just a minute. In just a minute, you're exactly right. You have to find something else, right? Call number to locate the book, and I'm going to show you that because that's a nonfiction book. Do you see these numbers over here on these shelves right here? Do you see the numbers up at the top?
Yep.
Those are what we call numbers. That's the Dewey Decimal System. Those are nonfiction books. And on the spine of the book, where you normally see your RC points, there's a call number on the spine, and that tells you where that number is, and you can find that book. It also will say fiction with an F, or it might have an E and the author's initials. E means everybody, and F means fiction. Means everybody can read it. We went over this part. E and F both mean fiction. That means everybody can read them. Point to the section of the library where the E and the F books are found. Point to the section of the library the E and the F books are found. You're exactly right. Who can point to the section of the library where a book is written on a person's life? Who can tell me what that is called? When a story is written about someone's life, what is that called?
A biography.
A biography. So your biographies are over here. Isn't that also where your encyclopedias are? Isn't that where your encyclopedia is? Yes, your atlas, everything, all those different types of resources, those are also found over there. Knowing where your different sections are of your library, that is also a good way to help you when you're trying to find a book. Right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
I don't want to come over here with all these numbers on the top and try to find my Junie B. Jones books, do I?
No.
That would be kind of silly, right? Would it take me forever?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to miss any of my teacher's lessons because I was in the wrong section. So I want to make sure I'm in the right section. Okay, here we go. When you type in, like this person typed in a book, and this is what it will look like when you type in a book to see if we have it. Look over here to the right. 0 of 2 available. What does that mean? Raise your hand. What does that mean?
That means they're both checked out.
That means they're both checked out. When she said both, how many copies of that book do we have? How many? We have 2. That person has 2 of those copies. But we don't have any. So 2 people have them checked out right now. So guess what they're going to have to do?
Look at another.
What are they going to have to do, Michaela?
Get another book.
Get another book. You're exactly right. Get another book. There's the call number, guys. Remember Miss Scott was talking about that number? What does the F mean?
Fiction.
Fiction. And that P-I, I think it's C, or R-I-C, that's the first 3 initials of the author's last name. So where can I go in the library to find that? Point to it. Where can I go? Oh, we have fingers going everywhere. Back in the back, guys. Back in the back. There we go. Fiction, back in the back. Okay? Back in the back. Look at this one. This is another call number, 791.64. Where can I find those books? Very good. Those are the nonfiction books. Your Dewey Decimal. Very good. And that GRU is the author's last name, the first 3 initials of his last name. Very good. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
What if you like?
No? Yes, ma'am.
What if you have a book but it's not in the library?
What if you want to read a book and it's not in the library? So that's a very good question. Sometimes if there's a book that you want to read but we don't have it, or if it's a book you want to read but we have it but it's checked out to someone else. Which one?
The first one.
The first one, we don't have it. That's something that you and I can talk about, because sometimes I can see if any of the other schools in our district have that book, and I can maybe ask for it in a library loan from another school. But we can talk about that later, and maybe that's something that we can see if we can do that for you.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, sir. you have to wait till it's checked in. Okay? You have to wait till it's checked in, because if someone leaves a book on that counter over there to be checked in and you hurry and grab it before it's been checked in, it still looks like the student before you has that book, right? Right. And so we want to make sure it's not in that person's name anymore. Any other questions? Lillian, what do you think of it?
Yeah. Can you resolve, can you resolve a book so that once it gets back in, you can, it will be under your name?
Yes.
If you did it?
You can ask for, once a person turns in a book you want, you can ask to
No.
reserve it.
If someone has the book, can you ask, once they get it in, can you ask?
Yes, you can. Yes, sir. Last question.
So, it was like Lily was saying, so if you find a book on the online category you want it checked out, can you check it out on there so as soon as the other person's done, you can get the book?
No, you have to wait till it's turned in.
So you could say, so if you want the book, you want to read it next, and you don't want anyone to get it before you because it's one of the last books in the series you're reading.
You have to wait till it's checked in. Okay?
You can say, can I have it next?
Yeah, you just have to wait. You just have to keep asking as it turned in. Okay? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Eyes on me.
Eyes on you.
Ooh, I love it. I have an activity for you, and I have asked your teacher to send me a list of partnerships, and I'm going to pair you up with a partner and send you to a computer, and at the computer I'm going to send you to is a folder, and inside the folder are some task cards, okay, and they're front and back, and inside the folder is some recording sheets. You'll see it when you get there, okay? You're going to go to the online library catalog and follow the directions on the card. Who can tell me, based on what you saw in the PowerPoint, how do I get to the online library catalog? What does the icon look like on the desktop? A stack of books. Now, here's what Ms. Scott wants to tell you. When you double click on the stack of books, you go to the top and you hit Library Catalog. Don't hit Library Search, okay? Because it won't work. Hit Library Catalog. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you who your partner is, and when I tell you who your partner is, I want you to stand up and get with your partner. Whoop, sit down. Thank you. Okay, so Mason and Alexis, stand up. Okay, get with your partner. You do need your pencil from your clipboard. Noah and Sophia. Brayden and Lily. Madison and Oliver. Serenity and Liam. Mabel and Logan. Lainey and Lillian. Riley and Luke. Hunter and Marley. Michaela and Ivy. And Axton and Gabriel. So let's go over here, grab your pencil, and come with Miss Scott. So don't start yet. You're going to hit no.
Go to a computer? No. You have to have
I have several here too.
Axton and Catherine.
I'll tell you when I actually want you to search. Here.
That's library search.
Close out of that, please. Close out with the X. Go back to the little books. Open that up. You're going to look, push no. Okay, look for the one that has a little stack of books. Then go to Frank Bergman. Push not now. And go back to Frank Bergman. Okay. Then go to catalog at the top of the page. Okay. And then hold on a second.
Library search.
All right. Now, then you're going to go to catalog and then wait. Go to catalog and then wait, please. And they need to go to the books. Yeah. Go to the books here.
Oh, okay.
I was right. No, I was wrong.
Okay, and we're gonna let it think a minute. Okay. Now go to Frank Bergman, and then click catalog at the top. You'll go back one more. Catalog at the top. Now you're ready, and then just wait until she gives you more directions. Very good. Now don't go any farther. You shouldn't be typing, okay? Just keep it there for a moment. Okay.
Okay, most of my friends, listen. Most of my friends are at where they need to be. So I want your attention right here so I can tell you what's in your folder and how you can go ahead and get started. So eyes and ears right here. You're going to want to go, so remember when Miss Scott said you want to hit library catalog at the top, you don't want to hit library search.
And it's just the word catalog.
Your task cards look like this
Okay, go to the
inside.
top where it
So
says
you and your
catalog.
partner want to take turns and do it together. Like, look at these, read the directions on the task cards, and do this together. Talk about the search together. Your recording sheets are in here. They look like this. You're going to put your answers on these. The last thing in your folder looks like this. You're not ready for this page yet, so you don't have to worry about the story map yet. Okay? You're only looking at the task cards and the recording sheet. So when you're ready, go ahead and get started. When you're ready, go ahead and get started.
Now look at your task card, that's where you're starting. What are the steps to get the online catalog? What did you do to get there? Okay, look. One for you. One for you, Gabriel. Yep, put your name on it. Alright, then look at task 1. What are the steps to get to the online catalog? What did you do to get there? What did you do to get to where you are?
What are the steps to get
No, but it's okay.
That's number 5. This is where she
So what are the steps to get to the online catalog? How did you get there? So, yep, write it. I get you in the stack of books. Right?
So number 1 says, what are the steps to get to the online catalog? So how did you get here? I couldn't. And you're going to write that answer on number 1. Okay? So you're going to write the answer in number 1.
And then you have to work together. Use the catalog. Find out what book we have by Gary Paulson.
So you went to the stack of books, then you went select Bergman, because we had to get the Bergman.
Yep.
Number
you
2
have to
is
search
select
his name.
Bergman. You guys write this on your
Yep,
list?
that's the
You're
author.
going to need to write this down if that's your question. Okay,
Sorry, that's right. No, Mabel.
first one was,
What's your next test card? Go to number 2.
first we click the select books.
So how are you going to answer this one? What do you think you need to do? Gary Paulson. So that's, who is that? Who do you think Gary Paulson is?
That's just the main thing.
Good job, Michaela. So you can't just hit author because they don't know what author you're searching, right? So you're going to go back to catalog. And what do you think you have to do? You have to enter his name, right? And what did Ms. Scott say about when you're entering an author's name? You can use the last name, you're right, but what else did I say about the spelling?
Use the author's left and
You have to spell it correctly.
What's it?
And then type it. And then you're going to type it.
Or you'll like number 2. Yeah, there it is.
And then type in his name here. It has to be word for word. Yep. And then you're going to click off.
Question.
Guys, number 2.
I don't have to. Waterfall. If you're doing an author, or let's say you wanted me, would you type Julie and then Doyen? What would you type? Doyen. So type the last name of your author. No, you're supposed to write somebody two.
I accidentally.
Go back. The back arrow.
These 2 actually go right
Put F. There's 28.
Listen. I know that you're working so extremely hard and you're doing such a great job. Ms. Scott's going to give you about 10 more minutes to work and research and use the library catalog before we move on to our actual research project. So you've got about 10 more minutes. Michaela, you've got about 10 more minutes.
Why does steps? Okay. So this is where it's okay, what? Click the stack of books. Wait. Wait, it's right there. How do we know that? For the book let's do this. Instead of having we need to restructure. Miss Scott, Okay, this. I can go back to the school. No, that's not right now.
It's like this.
I know what you
So you just write 20 together.
So read it together.
Stop.
And then you how many Gary Paulson books were there?
Okay, so there's is it the right author? Can you just tell me the She's drawing and she's not. Can I borrow your pencil? No. See, take my pencil. She's drawing and space. What's the plate from the
What's your question? For what? For the what? What about it?
Civil War. We have to write. We have to search stories. Now we need the back. Civil War. Battery.
I'm done.
Civil. Civil War. Oh. So is it a title of a book or is it a subject?
Okay.
It is?
So it says using the card catalog on the call number.
It is a subject. So you get to pick any of those books because it talks about a subject. Huh? Okay, so what are the card answers? Okay, so where's the call number? This information, where is the call number? So right here, we know it's F for what? Fiction. And remember how the K-O-R is the first three initials of the author's last name. So this is the F. So that's the
Capital L. Space number and then what? E. W.
Other way.
Okay, Ashton, can you read?
It says using the card catalog.
We have to finish this.
So what you get to do, you get to choose any of those books.
Okay, I choose this.
Okay, listen. Oh, I love how you stopped. And now you're looking. And now you're listening. Here's what Miss Scott wants you to do. I know that most of you are not finished with your task cards. together is we just practiced using the online catalog, and I got to see how you were doing, taking some information and being able to practice using the online catalog. So now we're going to try to take what you've learned and apply it to a little research project you're going to do with your partner. So I need you to go to your folder. Oh, listen, listen. I love how this group right here is looking at me. I need you to go to your folder, and I need you to take out the other sheet that says Fable Story Map and put your other sheets and cards inside the folder. You have 10 seconds to put your sheets and task cards in your folder. Oh, I'm looking to see who gets purple tickets.
Purple ticket.
I'm looking to see who gets purple tickets. And I have your eyes and ears right here. Miss Scott wants you to go back to the catalog part on your screen. Miss Scott wants you to go back to the catalog part on your screen. Don't hit the back button, you only hit the catalog part. Hit catalog. Okay, eyes right here, please. Here's what you get to do, and here's the fun part. Do you know that really cool app on your iPad called ChatterKid? Yes. How many of you love that app? Hands down. Miss Scott does too. We're going to get to use that app and that technology and what we've learned today about an online catalog and find a fable. Who can tell me what a fable is? Because you actually learned what a fable was the first couple weeks of school with the story Bruno. Who can tell me what a fable is? What's a fable? She said it's a story that can teach you a lesson. So you get to take today what you learned about fables the first couple of weeks of school from Bruno's New Home, and you are going to type in the word fable. Is that a title? No. Is that an author? No. Is that a series? No. So what would we be searching by? Subject. You're going to type in the word fable, and I'll help you spell it. And you and your partner are going to go and find a fable and read it together and fill in your story map. Then, using ChatterKid, if we have time, we may have to take some time later and use ChatterKid to retell this fable to us, using ChatterKid to share our story with another partnership. Okay, so let's start with our first step of typing in the word fable in our online catalog. So right now, go to where it says find, and let's type in fable. F-A-B-L-E, and what are we hitting?
Subject.
Subject. And it brings up a list of fables. You and your partner need to choose one. And write down the call number on your sheet. Write down your call number on your sheet. where would we find those call numbers?
Over here.
Okay, so if you have your book and you and your partner have the call number, discuss where in the library you need to go and stand up and go find it.
Write it down. Yours is,
So you've got to know. There it is. Good job. Good job. So now sit on the trumpet and start reading it together.
so now go over there, 398GAL. You can write it on this piece of paper. That's okay, do that. 398.
So why don't you come over here?
Figure it out. Any one of these books, just write down the number.
So 398.2 is all right here. But remember, you have to know not just 398.2, but the author's first three initials of the last name. So W-A-R. So
That's a good idea.
so you have to know right here.
No, yeah, it's 12.
What is that?
Just grab it and step aside. Just grab that and step down here. That's all she is. Okay, stop, come here. If you have this book, just come over
Miss
here.
Mattingly, please call the office. Miss Mattingly, please call the office.
Listen. So, I am so completely proud of you. Let's freeze and come to the floor real quick. With your paper, pencil, books, let's come to the floor. Oh, it's okay. Come to the floor. It's okay. Come to the floor, all my friends. I want you to sit up nice, straight, and tall. I want eyes and ears. My friends right here. Can you guys sit up for me? Oh, I am so completely. I'm looking for eyeballs. Miss Scott is looking for eyeballs. I am so completely proud of you. How you took everything you learned today about how to search for a book online. You took it. You searched for a fable on your own with your partner. Went straight to the correct section of the library with your partner. This partnership did it on their own, came to the floor, and immediately started reading. Miss Scott has goosebumps. I am so proud of you. So not just today, but every time you come to the library, that's exactly what should happen. You can go to the computers, search what you need to, and then go find it. Do you have to just come in and go straight to the shelves anymore? No. And think of what you can do and share it with your friends and your classmates. So I'm very proud of you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay? So let's do this. Let's go ahead and take the books if you have any and go ahead and quietly put them on the corner of the shelf. Don't drop them in. Just set them on the corner of the desk right there. Put your clipboards in the Scott's crate. Put your pencils in the crate. Oh, hold on.